Hi and welcome to Object-Oriented Programming. Now let's try to identify the actors. An actor in a use case is anything with behavior who live outside of your system, outside of your application, but has the goal that they want to accomplish within. And these are usually human beings, not the always. And now sometimes coming up with the actors is very straightforward. If you are building a calculator app for a mobile device or simple one-person game, you must have one actor, someone who uses the application, the user. However, if you are building, say, a back-end internal payroll application, you might have multiple peoples that do very different goals within, such as payroll administrator or a manager or an employee, or you need to interact with other computer system. Perhaps this application will send data to an external system, or it need to interact with other corporate system. Well, these would be considered actors too. They are external to your application, but they need to interact with it. So it's usual to spend a few minutes brainstorming the main actors, and we can actually start with easy questions. Does your app need to interact with other computer systems, other organizations? Because even if the use case scenario is complex and these external systems, just identifying them as an actor should be fairly straightforward, and that's all we are doing here. Now switching to a human actor, here's a couple of questions. Do you need to distinguish between roles and the security groups? Say if you are building a web application, you might have a different use case for visitors and for members and for administrators. If you are working on an internal corporate applications, thinking about different job titles or departments can also prompt these scenarios. How does the data entry staff interact with the application as opposed to the executive team? Although the idea of security level on a role or even a job title might be a prompt a particular scenario, a particular use case, or make you think of something that you need to write. Always do remember that the focus is on goal that the actor wasn't to accomplish, and that the same person in the same job title in the same role could actually be different actors on different day. Now what I mean by that is if you are defining, say, a use case for a new internal expense approval system, that might be true that your organization has employees and contractors, full-time, part-time, administrators, managers, executives who all expect interact with this application, but the difference between them might not matter at all. If this particular situation comes down to somebody request and somebody approves, that all might need to describe this complete successfully is that you phrase the actor requester and approver. Not a job title, not a specific role, but a perfectly acceptable name for the actor who take part in this particular use case. And it's common as in the situation that the use case will involve multiple actors, and we will typically refer to them as primary actors and the supporting actors. Now the primary actors are necessarily the important actors in the scenario. They are the just one who is instantiated this particular use case. So with this situation, the primary actor is requester. Anyone else is secondary actor. So these are few of the ways you could brainstorm a quick list of primary actors of your system. Now because something the actors will suggest the goals and sometimes the goal will suggest the actors, both of these are okay. Whatever feel most natural, but one thing to bear in mind, the goal of an actor don't always succeed. A use case scenario for a bank might have account holder as an actor who has the goal to transfer the funds between account, and you should start up by describing the successful steps for that. But you will need to describe the alternative flow of not enough funds. Goals sometimes fail, and they lead us into taking more about sketching out those scenarios and goals that the actors want to accomplish. So that's all for this video, and thank you so much for watching.